Hey, how's it going, you guys? It's petplatypus here, and it's time to review some Legend of Korra, episode 9 and 10. Starting with episode 9, I already tried to record this review, and something got fucked up, so I have to do this review again. So this should be pretty quick, which is good, because sometimes I drag these out. We get Jinora, the daughter of Tenzin, and she sees spirits. These really cool dragonfly spirits. They're pretty awesome. Like, they are really, really good, design. And Avatar always has really good creature designs, but these were pretty damn awesome. And she's hanging out with them, and she's keeping them a secret, and Korra ends up showing up, and she seems a lot less bitchy than she was, and that's probably because of the seeing the wand thing and realizing what she really needs to do and how wrong she was and how she messed everything up. But yeah, she's being nicer to everyone, and she apologizes to Tenzin, which was really good, because she really needed to. The way she treated Tenzin was ridiculous. The way she treated her father, I can understand. The way she was being very rash about the whole war happening and protecting her parents and wanting to get the Imperial Army, or not the Imperial Army, the United Forces or whatever. The way she wanted to get all that going and everything, I could somewhat understand. It was her parents, she was being reckless. Still, her character does feel regressed, but I'll get into that in a little bit, but this episode, she seems much better apologizing to Tenzin. Can't talk ever in any of these videos, but that's nothing new. We get Mako's side of the story, kind of with Asami again. Kind of a dick move, because he just broke up with Korra, but it's not like he's a terrible person because of it. He just made a mistake, but, Bolin and Asami don't believe him. Like, he's your brother, your ex-boyfriend, and your overall just friend. And you're gonna believe this is some guy you just met who put you in movies and save your business? Like, I get that they think he's a good guy, but to side with him over Mako, they don't think Mako's trying to, like, do anything stupid. They just think he's stressed and not thinking straight. And I can kind of understand that, but it still seems like they should trust him over Varric, but whatever. And Varric, we don't even know if he's actually really evil. I mean, they're hinting that it is with the way they show him and everything, but it could just be a twist on top of a twist, and it turns out he's been good the whole time, which would be kind of cool. But yeah, he's kind of with Asami and gets arrested. He's being framed very well, I might add. They're doing a pretty good job framing him, except Beifong is an idiot. Seriously, Beifong in this season pisses me off. I'm not even... In the first season, she was great. In this season, she's a dumbass. Listening to these two fucking corrupt dumbass cops, or even if they're not corrupt, they're just idiots. They seem like they're corrupt, but even if they're just idiots, the fact that she is believing them over Mako, someone who helped fucking save, the city from Amon, this guy, it's like, really? And you're just like, oh, you're some rookie cop. It's like, really, Beifong? You're being that stupid right now? Like, that's out of character, honestly. I mean, you didn't see the lightning bolt when he shot Amon. That shit was sick. But anyways, that has nothing to do with his detective skills or whatever, but that was still, I love that scene. But yeah, best scene Mako's ever had, in my opinion. And I like Mako's character in Season 2. I just don't like how everyone's against him right now, but we'll just see where that goes. As far as Korra's side, she's trying to enter the spirit world with Tenzin, and Tenzin's done all this studying, but he can't do it, and the daughter can, because she's very spiritually gifted, and his pride's a little hurt because of that, and they end up going to this spot. She cleanses it. She does like that spirit bending stuff that she learned by watching the uncle, and that was cool. She finally does it right. She did it before a little bit, but she wasn't really good at it. Now she can do it in full, and that's probably because she's no longer... she's mentally and probably spiritually in a better place than she was before, obviously. Great animation on the spirits once again. Spirit World looked epic when her and the daughter finally went in there. What else happened in this episode? That's pretty much everything that happened in this episode. I mean, Varric wanted Mako to do something, but Mako said no, and he still doesn't trust Varric, and... My dog, go away. I'm trying to make a video. Anyways, hopefully my dog breathes extremely loud. You might be able to hear it in the background, but whatever. Yeah, but overall, that was actually a really good episode. I thought Korra's character moved very nicely from what she was, because before, she was like... Okay, imagine the scene where they're fighting in the championship for the pro bending, right? And the dudes were cheating, and she's like, we should cheat back. And Mako says, no, the ref is against us. He'll penalize us. And she's like, okay, fine, we won't. And she doesn't. I felt like the Korra in this season, before this episode, because this episode she's fine, but before this episode, I felt like this Korra would have cheated. And that's not a good sign. I think, because before I was saying I don't think she's regressed, I just think she's at a standstill, but then I really thought about that pro bending thing, and I was like, no, maybe she has a little bit regressed too much. And again, Nickelodeon, all that stuff. You guys don't get a second season. Oh wait, now you do get a second season. You know, all that, but whatever. Now she's back to where she should be, and she should have been this way before that, but whatever. The apology to Tenzin was great, and obviously her acting like a bitch was building up to it, so, you know. But overall, I'll give this like an 8 out of 10. I thought it had good character. I thought it had good story progression. You know, she's in the spirit world now. I thought, you know, Mako being arrested, that was good for story progression. So overall, good progression, great animation. Comedy was pretty solid. Not some of the best, but the comedy was solid. And yeah, like I said, great character. So, not a ton of action, but, you know, it's fine. Oh, and we also got, like, the uncle and his 2 kids trying to open the portal themselves. He clearly doesn't give a shit about his kids, just making him even more of an asshole, and he talks to Vaatu a little bit. But, yeah, and Vaatu's on, like, this Eye of Sauron shit, which is kind of awesome. But, yeah, 8 out of 10, and now I'll talk about episode 10. Okay, you guys. Episode 10 of Korra. I had to pause this shit when I heard that voice and I saw that beard. I had to pause. I was like, no, that's too good. Him, Uncle Iroh, really? Oh, that was good. That was fantastic. Oh, I loved that. Anyways, they're in the spirit world. Korra meets a bunch of fucking weird little fucking groundhog things, and they don't like her, and she tries to bend, and her negative emotions start to fucking affect everything. To which Jinora says, don't do that. I love, like, the spirit world in places like this, because they can just be so creative with, like, everything. You know, you can have, like, this river that spins in a big spiral, and fucking one character will be here at one moment, somewhere else at the next, and she can just turn into a little girl and everything. So Spirit World's pretty awesome. But anyways, she ends up in this dark forest, and she gets scared, and she looks like a little kid again, and she's adorable, and she meets this little baby bird, and she's taking it, and she meets Iroh. Oh, God, it was too good. Fuck. Oh, I love this guy. She meets Iroh, and he teaches her some lessons and everything, and he said he wants to be with the spirits, and he's playing the, you know, his Pai Sho game and drinking tea, and the advice he gives her is a little, you know, oh, the power of light and peace and love and goodness and blah, 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 and roses and happy day will overpower the power of darkness. And that's a little black and white compared to how the original Avatar was. And even season 1 of Korra to a certain extent, but it's spirit stuff. It's different than the real world. It can be black and white if they want to make it black and white. One side's good, one side's evil. But, not very complex, but, you know. They talk to each other, and she meets, like, this little baby bird, and she takes the baby bird back to its nest, and it turns into a fucking Moltres, and it helps her, which Iroh said it might. That was awesome. She goes to close the portal, and yeah. But I guess I should talk about the other parts of the episode. We get Jinora, and she finds the library, which was awesome, and we see the professor. It's so crazy, because in the last episode we had a reference to the guru. And in this episode, we saw the library and the owl, and we saw the dead body of the professor. And what was so awesome about this is that I'm in the middle of season 2 right now of the original, like rewatching it on DVD. And I just recently watched the library episode like yesterday, and I'm going to be on the guru like later tonight if I keep watching more. It's just kind of a fun coincidence that all these references to season 2 are right here. And we see the professor, and he's dead body, and kind of sad because he wasn't a cool character, but he was a optimistic and kind of fun character when he first appeared. I'm glad he wasn't alive. I'm glad they went dark and showed a corpse. That was kind of cool, even though it was all decayed and everything. But yeah, then the owl says he's working with the uncle, villain uncle, not Uncle Iroh, he's epic. Villain fucking dude. And this asshole basically says he's kind to the spirits, which to a certain extent he kind of is. He is all talking about how, oh, spirits are epic and everything, you know, just manipulating more people. But to manipulate that owl is kind of, you know, he seems like, yo, I'm the knower of 10,000 things. Yeah, that radio joke was funny, though. When he's like, oh, someone gave me some misinformation, and you see one of the knowledge seekers is all like, oh, fuck, and he, like, walks away. That was funny. But yeah, really creative spirit world designs. The way Korra's emotions affect it might be a little bit of a continuity error because Aang's emotions never really affected the spirit world. I mean, the one time I can remember, because I haven't finished book 2 or book 3 again, I'm trying to remember all of Aang's visits to the spirit world, because I know when he goes to the spirit world in book 1, he meets the space dealer and he can't show any emotion, so that makes sense. You know, there's no continuity problem there. He didn't show any emotion when he was in the spirit world, but now with Korra there's this emotion and stuff, so I'll have to finish watching the first series, see if he goes back to the spirit world and see if his emotions, if he gets angry or anything. But yeah, was he in the spirit world when he was with the lion turtle? I don't remember. Whatever. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much the whole episode, though. A little bit of Tenzin's group, just kind of some jokes here and there. Not really much of the real world stuff with Mako, though I am interested to see what happens now that he's in jail. But yeah, season 2, I'm liking it. Like, some people are like, it's shitty as fuck. I'm like, it's okay. It's not bad. I mean, like I said, there could be continuity errors up the ass. I need to finish rewatching the original series before I can really judge if they're sticking to the right continuity and they're not fucking that kind of stuff up and causing plot holes, but so far, it doesn't seem that way, but it does seem different than it was before. But that could just be because we're focusing on it more than we were before, but whatever. But yeah, what ends up happening, though, I'll pick up where I left off, was she goes there to close the portal, but what's-her-name is caught. Janora's caught, and she is gonna die because apparently Uncle Dude can fucking kill people with his bending. So yeah, she ends up opening the other portal to save her. Then the dude double crosses her, takes Janora away, attacks Korra with his water bending because he went through the portal, and we never saw someone go through a portal, so that's not a continuity error or whatever. But she can't fight him. Moltres dude saves her, and yeah, she ends up leaving the spirit world. But the 2 portals are open, and shit's gonna go down, and Janora's still trapped, and Tenzin is not pleased. Very good cliffhanger. I really do want to see what happens next. The season really picked up after episodes 5 and 6, because 5 and 6 were pretty meh, but it's picked up quite a bit. I still think the stuff with Republic City is kind of eh, like the getting arrested, and even though I love Varric, I mean, it's not holding my interest as much as the Spirit stuff, but that's fine since the Spirit stuff is the main focus, and the Spirit stuff is finally in full force. We're not dicking around anymore. But yeah, we'll have to see where things go from here. I think there's, 4 episodes left for this season? So yeah, I mean, they could still totally fuck it up. There could still be stupid stuff to come later, but for now, I think it's a good season. Not great like the first season, but I think it's good so far. But anyways, thanks for watching this video. Oh yeah, rating. I'll go 8.5. I thought it was really good. Korra got character. I combined the word Korra and character. Korra got good character development. Iroh, seeing him was just amazing. Total bias. There's no objective reason as to why that's amazing. It just is because it's Iroh. I'm sorry, but that's just my bias right there. He's an awesome character. One of my favorites from the original series. The Spirit World's awesome. Seeing the library, awesome. And just the stuff we're familiar with is just really cool to show. While also showing, new stuff. And it's not like they're just showing it to be like, well, I guess they're kind of showing it just to be like, oh, hey, that thing from the first season, look how cool that is. But, whatever. I kind of like that kind of little cool stuff like that, little references. Anyways, bottom line, 8.5. Thought it was a pretty great episode. Can't wait to see what happens next. So yeah, thanks for watching this video. Tell me what you guys thought of these episodes in the comments below, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.